making stuff again. I don't know why this was so interesting to everyone. What's up? What's up? Is anyone here? Yo. Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? I'm gonna be doing some meal prepping. So if anyone's interested, that's what's happening here. Apparently everybody liked it so much last time. Make French toast. I'm not a huge French toast fan. And actually it's kind of lunchtime, but I'm just gonna be meal prepping stuff. So what I generally do, this did not come out clean. So much like Mike makes you do. You're gonna watch me wash a dish. Yeah, what I do is I make basically all of my food for the week on Sunday for my family, and eat the Clorox wipes in the background. I will not. And then, yeah, then I don't have to cook anything during the week. It saves a lot of time. And for lunch, I keep it real simple. I just make this giant bowl that I'm holding of a salad. And I eat a salad every day for lunch. And then I eat all of, like, the good stuff for dinner. I don't eat breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person. So usually I'll have lunch at, like, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And, yeah, that's how I start my day. Why everyone found this so interesting last time is beyond me. So I'm just gonna do this from now on when there's no one in the house. I'm just gonna make stuff, and I can answer questions about music or about the bands, or I know a lot about food. We could talk about that too. How's everybody's Sunday afternoon going? So the only comment is the Clorox wipes in the background, really. So I don't know. Tell me something. Oh, and I am going to use a proper knife this time. And pro tip: grab a little garbage bag for scraps, because that gets super helpful. Oh, I forgot something. Take a look at this behemoth. A giant cabbage. So we're gonna cut. Mike would definitely eat the wipes. You know, I'm not built like him. So, you know, I can't do that craziness. This lettuce is looking okay. All right. Yo, guys, give me something interesting to talk about. What do you want to know about the bands? About myself? maybe, music. I don't know, ask me questions. I know we had someone last time who said I did not use the claw method for cutting. This is the claw method. And then you move it back as it goes. But I mean, lettuce is so big and not very fine that you really shouldn't have the problem. Can you do my math homework? What kind of math are you doing? I was not good at math. I got better at math when I got into college because I finally had a teacher that was like interesting and understood how to teach. And, you know, I was always failing math. And in college, I wound up getting a 90, and it was like the proudest moment of my entire life. How do you go about writing a song? So those come, I mean, it's really different, especially working with Mike. Working with Mike has been the most fun I've had writing songs. I don't, like, I know how to play the drums, but I don't play the drums. But also, you can't really write a song to playing the drums. So normally, I'll just come up with lyrics or an idea, and then I would have to share it with somebody and then hope they create it for me. Cool thing about Mike is that he just has tons and tons of unfinished songs and ideas laying around, and you know, he'll show me stuff and that'll inspire me, and then I'll write to that. And I'll either try to come up with something based off what he already has, or I'll kind of swing the song into a concept. Oh, these are tomatoes, green and yellow. They taste fantastic. So it varies. It varies in all different ways. Like, you could be getting Saints in Exile songs forever because Mike has like 1,000 different song, and I'm not even kidding, like saved as notes and like different, you know, types and variations of songs. He has like 1,000 of them or more. Me, I don't have that gene in me. I used to write tons of songs. Like, I used to write songs almost every single day. When I was a teenager, and when I was in my early 20s, and I used to do a lot of like producing, like hip hop producing, and I would create songs. I would create and record horrible recordings, like every single day. But I don't know what I was so inspired by as a teenager. Maybe just going through stuff, but I just liked writing and having fun always. Now, lyrics don't, I really have to work for it, which is frustrating because I've lived a lot more life since I was writing tons of songs. But I don't know, maybe I feel like I've said everything. I've said everything that I've ever wanted to say. Your knife is really blunt. Yeah, this one's not so great. But I'm trying not to have everything roll all around. Scarlet, this is a much better one, which I'll probably wind up using later. But I also don't have a knife sharpener. Yeah, so I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. But songs come, you know, through various ways. Oh, don't watch that. I almost slipped. My knife skills aren't that great. Depends what I'm cutting, honestly. It's 2 a.m. for you? Oh, it's 11:42 for me. We're still in the day. So what else? So what's going on? By the way, I don't know if we've really said this anywhere, but we have a remix. We kind of did. We have a remix song dropping on Friday. Does anyone want to guess what it is? I don't know if there's enough people in here to guess what it is. So, what up, Thorn? Look, I have a good knife today, and you missed me. You missed me actually cutting a tomato with proper technique. So right now I'm meal prepping. I just make a huge salad for the entire week, and that's my lunch every single day. And then I'll make like 3 or 4 meals, or my wife and I will collab on 3 or 4 meals, and that's what my family will eat for the whole week. Yep, right knife. All right, I'm gonna give 2 people said that they need a second to try to guess what the remix is going to be this Friday. I personally, if this hint helps, it's my I think it's my favorite Saints in Exile song, and I don't think it's many people's favorite. It's pretty underrated, and I think it's some of the best writing that I've done on a song. That's it. My mind is a prison. So My Mind is a Prison orchestral remix will be dropping on Friday, which is cool. And then we just finished up a song called, I think you're gonna hear it here first. Oh, maybe we said it on the stream the other day, called Need an Escape, which I recorded some of it with you guys watching. That one's super exciting. Mike just sent me the mixes to that, so it's in a pretty good place. Per usual, Mike is a little unsure of the song because he's hyper critical of himself and things. So anytime you guys can encourage him and let him know how much you like something would be super, super helpful. Hey, can I, oh, where are you? I lost the comment. Ask, how old are you? Hey dude, can I ask how old are you? I struggled with addiction for years, but I've been clean now for 6 years this coming May. I feel like I'm now 36 and can't do anything worthwhile with my life. I play piano, it's my own songs, but I have no confidence putting them out here because I'm 35. You guys have inspired me recently with your honest lyrics. I just wondered what your opinion is, people. Oh man, I love to talk about that. Let's see. What's your name? Is it Kieran? Is that your name? Kieran? Yo, super relatable, honestly, Kieran. And sorry if your name's not Kieran. I'm doing my best. So I always did music. Like when I started playing the drums in bands and stuff when I was 13, 14 years old. And I did that for many years. I just wasn't a very good drummer. I wound up being the vocalist in another band for like 11 years. And in 2019, 2020, that came to an end. Yeah, by the way, here's a salad. Looking good so far. That came to an end. And it came to an end in a rather horrible fashion. Where like I lost friendships over it. I was just in a very mentally unhealthy and not in a great place at all. It was the lowest and the worst I'd ever been. I was a bad, I use bad loosely. Like I wasn't a bad guy, but I wasn't being my best self. So I became, a not a great husband, a not a great father. Like I was just so, just consumed with a lot of, anger and sadness over something that I loved, just being taken away from me. And I got very sick. I started losing my hair. My skin was looked like I was sunburnt, bad, head to toe. And it took me several years to get over it. And, you know, I was pretty much, you know, I was grieving the loss of music. Sorry, I'm looking for something. And I'm saying that because to me, my music career was over. Something I had been doing since I am 12, 13 years old was gone. It was taken from me. And now, to answer the other part of your question, I'm 37. I'm going to be 38 this year. So this happened about 6 years ago. So it's like somewhere between 31 and 33. And music's over. And I came to grips with that. I made my peace. And then, you know, Mike and I, we had never worked together, but we've known each other for years. We played lots of shows together. Same thing with Manny. Manny was briefly in my band that I had the bad split with, but really only as on a temporary thing. And we had known him. Manny was in a band that we all looked up to. His band was incredible. So I say all that to say that music was completely done for me. And I had worked on a couple of songs right before COVID with Mike. We just got together for fun. We had never done it before. And we wrote that song that we have now, Becoming the Villain. And then COVID happened and it went away, and okay, I'm done with music. And then one day, he hit me up in 2024, and he was like, you know, we started talking, and we're like, you know what? That song we did was pretty decent. Like, maybe we should put that out and see what that looks like. And at the same time, we were working on that song, My Dead End. So we had those two songs just sitting there for like 5 years. And we put out Becoming the Villain, and wouldn't you know it, like, people liked it. I'm like, okay, interesting, not that serious. Then we put out My Dead End, and people liked that one even more. And we started getting attention, and we had a little band, and we started doing things. We didn't know how big it would get. And then we started getting good numbers on TikTok. Then we started getting really good numbers on YouTube, you know, thanks to the people here watching. We started getting really good numbers on Discord. And I'm like, yo, like, we have something. And after doing music, like all three of us, for around 20 years, even longer, music finally worked and the three of us are in age order. So Manny's 38, or he's going to be 38. No, he is 38. I'm 37, and Mike is 36. And like, we couldn't believe it. Like, we've done so many things, played so many shows, made so much music, but the stuff that we're doing now as old guys is resonating with people more than anything else that we've ever done. And more people have listened to our music combined than anything we had previously done over like 20 years. And it was super inspiring. So I'm sorry I made that super long-winded, Karen, but it's not, you're younger than us. It's not too late to ever do music. And whether you like an artist like Jelly Roll, or someone who was making music for years and years, was incarcerated, had, you know, all these different problems in his life, and he wins a Grammy at 41 years old. Like, music doesn't have to be an old man's game now, or an old woman's game now. If you make good music, you market yourself well, you have a message and you have something to say, which is very important. Like, we're not the best band in the world. You know, we'll market to 21 Pilots, Linkin Park, whatever. People will compare. I don't really hear the Linkin Park comparison. Maybe the tone of my voice, obviously. But it's like, we didn't set out and aspire to be these people. We're not these people. These people are superstars. They're incredible. They're amazing musicians. But what we do have is, you know, we are ourselves. We have a message. We have something that's resonating with people, and we've seen it, and we've been through it, and that's connected with other people. So again, all that to say, Karen, it's not too late. Just if you're afraid of putting stuff out in front of people, you have to. Sometimes you just have to go. You just have to go, and you see what happens. The reason why, sorry, now I'm looking for an onion. The reason why I became a drummer in the first place was because I had such bad stage fright that I wouldn't want to be in the front and people see me. Like I was terrified. And then I realized, I was like, oh, I'm not a good drummer, but I still love music and I love writing lyrics and stuff. So I moved to the front of my band and became a rapper and a little bit of a singer. But then I started playing the keyboard, and I don't know how to play the keyboard. Someone would show me chords and I would just memorize it and I would play. I had no idea what I was doing. And then one day we played a show in Hot Topic, because Hot Topic used to be really cool and do that stuff. And we forgot the keyboard, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, well, you're the front man of the band. Just stand up there and perform. And I was like, but I'm scared. And you know what? It was the best thing that ever happened to me. And from that point on, like, I never used the keyboard again. I realized that I had a bunch of people that were counting on me, standing behind me to deliver for them. And a bunch of people standing in front of me that were there just to see me perform. And I had to deliver for them. And that changed my whole perspective on things. Like, you want to be someone that's dependable and can count on. And at the end of the day, if you also need to be dependable and count on yourself. You have tons of lyrics and music and nobody's hearing it. If putting it out is going to help you feel like you've accomplished something, then you need to be able to depend on yourself as well. Now, you also need to know, like, the limitations. Like, obviously, I don't know what your music sounds like or what you're doing. But there are people who have expectations of, yeah, I'm going to do this music thing and I'm going to be a band. And then they're just not good, or they're not focused, or they don't have the talent. And that's okay too. Like, you could do things as a hobby, but you have to set expectations for yourself. And you also have to listen to criticism if it's constructive, not people just being haters. Because people will be haters and troll for no reason at all. But, like, there are things I can't do. Like, I will never sing as good as Mike. Mike is a phenomenal singer. I will never be able to sing like Mike. Mike was born with a voice and a gift. I can't play the guitar, the bass, I can't play the piano, I can't play the drums as good as Manny. But what do I know how to do? I know how to write lyrics that hopefully resonate with people. I know how to perform really well and jump around and bring the energy. And I'm very knowledgeable on the music industry and business and behind the scenes stuff. And that's all stuff that I had to learn, and that's what I bring to the table. So just know your value and your worth and know what you can bring to the table for situations. Hey, what's up, Natalie? What am I making? So I just made a meal prep. So I just made my salad for the week, but now it's a little like buried, but so we got some red onion, we got cucumber, got yellow tomato, we got lettuce, we got microgreens. This is a green tomato. So yeah, this entire bowl will be consumed by myself, for the 5 days this week. And I usually throw an avocado on there too. Phone's about to die. See you later, Thorn. How'd the salad look, Thorn? Karen. That's so funny. The old guys thing is exactly what I worry about. I guess fear is the ultimate enemy of creativity. I always hope life experience was the greatest friend. Your experiences shaped the band. You should be proud, dude. Hey, man. Yeah. I mean, thank you for that. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I do artist consulting. I work in, like, media, music media, and music distribution. And one of the things that I tell artists all the time is never forget to celebrate your wins and your victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem when it happens. For us, when 100 people listened to Becoming the Villain, we were like, holy crap. 100 people took the time out of their day to listen to this. That's incredible. when we reached 1,000 subscribers, forget 1,000, 100 subscribers on YouTube, people are subscribing to us. Incredible. Post about it. Every single victory, like once you lose that mindset where you're just like, you know, I expect to get 1,000 people to listen to this song. Oh, 10,000 followers, hit me back when I have 100,000 followers. Once you lose that mindset, you've kind of like lost the plot. Everything that you get in life that you didn't have at some point is a blessing. You woke up today, incredible. You got another day of life. 5 people shared your song, awesome. You never put the song out before, so there wasn't 5 people to share it. So that's kind of how I look at it. I'm grateful because I thought it was over. It was over for me. Music was done. I put it in the past. I got healthy. I became a better person again because the depression had left me. And then what happened? When I healed and I felt better, I was blessed to do music again. And success is relative. Like, on a grand scale of things, we're not successful, but compared to where I was at, this is the most successful doing music I've ever been. And you know, it's not like we're making money. It's not like, you know, we're touring, we're worldwide, and we're famous. But this is successful to me. I can have a conversation with people who are in here, and they're watching me cut vegetables and ask me questions about life. That's success. Like, I have made it. This has not happened to me before. Cherish being an old man who makes music because I can't afford any equipment because I can't get a job. Yo, work is tough. Work is tough. Getting a job is tough. Oh, hold on. We wake up every day and we think our problems and struggles. And we think of all of our problems and struggles so often we forget to be thankful just to be here. Anything could happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you, Natalie. Yeah, I mean, you have to be humble. Like, what have, and I know I'm giving this whole gratefulness speech, but like on the grand scale of things, what have we accomplished that has changed the world in this magnitude of ways? Like, maybe a lot of you tell us the music helps you, which is incredible. So like, we've changed lives in that way. But like, what have we done that changed the world for the better place? You know, we haven't. So like, even the biggest bands in the world, the biggest artists in the world, like, have you done something that affects humanity? Probably not, most of them. So like, what's there to be arrogant or cocky about, you know? Be thankful with the time, the small window that you have, and impact the most people that you can. And that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Hey, Karen, see? I mean, you just, that's a reminder. So I'm just saying, like, what have you done to impact the world and whatever? Like, I've said something that has impacted you, and that's amazing. Like, that's a small victory. And we could celebrate that. And I look forward to when you hit me back up on here and alive and say, dude, I just put out my first song and I'm so proud of it. And you know what? A lot of times when you start out, maybe it doesn't sound great. Maybe it's not the best that you can do, but the first step is just do it. Just do it. Becoming the villain for us is not a great representation of who we are, but it was a first step. And now I think the music that we're putting out is much better than the first couple of songs we put out, which is evidenced by, we were doing that poll the other day, and the newer songs are the songs that people like the most, because we gelled, we put stuff out, we got better, we got encouraged and inspired by people appreciating what we were doing, and that also forces you to be better. You haven't done that yet? Haven't done what yet? Gay alien. cabbage, man. Got another paper towel. So I hope what I just said, you know, besides Kieran, like I hope what I just said kind of resonated with somebody. Did you guys like Mike Turned Into Macaroni? That was my doing. Yeah, I guess. Oh, I get what you're saying, Galen. We haven't made a global impact yet. I mean, that would be incredible. Take one guess. Aha! Hold up. Listen, Mama Salmon. Costco had this on sale, so I made sure that I bought some, so we eating salmon this week. Dum, 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 dum. You're not touring the world. We're not. I don't even know how feasible that would be. All right, here's the big boy knife. All right, this is purely for entertainment only. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I don't know. I'm kind of scaring myself here. Hold on. Nah, it's not gonna stay. I was gonna like try to karate chop it, but it wasn't staying. I'm about to dive into mine. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it this way. All right. That was not down. That was terrible. That was not down the middle. But this is just getting chopped up anyway, so I'm not overly concerned. I don't even know what I'm doing with it yet, but we're just gonna chop it up and we're gonna have it ready to do something with. You gotta come to Iowa on your world tour, man. Who's from Iowa? Isn't Slipknot from Iowa? That's like the only band I know. A lot of those Midwest, like a lot of towns in the Midwest and stuff, a lot of these bands are, big bands are from there, like rock bands. Indiana, Iowa, Madison, Wisconsin. All the good music comes from the Midwest, I think. The middle of America. I guess there's not that much to do. And no one's like rapping over there either, I would imagine. It's not a big rap scene in Iowa. Probably, I don't know. I found you guys on Spotify the other day. I only listened to you on YouTube before. Awesome. Yeah, I know you're from Iowa. You listen to us. Hey, so what was the song? What was the song that got you hooked? And did you listen to everything on Spotify? I always like to ask what people's favorite songs are, so we kind of know like what direction to keep heading. Because if people are like, yeah, this song stinks, can you not do that? I'm just like, okay, let's let's not do that. All right. You still gotta come because I've converted many fans here. Listen, I think we really want to play shows. At least I do. I know Manny's always down. Mike, I don't know about Mike. I haven't played a show since 2019. Itching. We're doing this TV performance thing in May. I'm super excited about that, but it's still not a live show. Like, there's not really going to be a crowd there. We're just being filmed. If we can find a place, and I'll say this out in the open because if you're a person that can make this happen, if there is a city or venue where we know at least 100 people would be there and it would be worth it for us to come there, and at least the cost of our travel would be covered, like we break even, like if we got to drive there, you know, gas and toll, like if that's covered and there's like 100 people there to see us, That's worth it. 100% worth it. My fear is you go to a place and you drive to the middle of the United States or drive down south or, wherever from us. And, you're driving for all these hours. You're spending all this money. You get there and there's like 8 people there. And it's just 8 people that were there. And they're not even ready to see you. Not trying to do that. And when we were young, we used to play shows like that. And we would promote and do whatever. And we get there and we drive 2 or 3 hours from home. And there's like 15 people there. And you're lucky if they even hand you $20. Or playing a show in our own hometown in Staten Island, where we were a popular band, my other band. And all we played in front of was the other people who were playing the show. And we actually lost money because we had to book the venue. So it's just like, man. But if you're someone who's watching, it's like, yeah, I can get 100 people into a room and make sure it's worth it for you guys. Like, yo, let's talk. Send us an email for sure. I've been obsessed with Bad Vibes for months, man. You need to come to the UK. Host you in my garden. Man, Karen, same thing. Same thing. If you can get us to the UK and a couple hundred people watching us, and I would imagine it'll cost us a couple $1,000s to go to the UK. If that couple $1,000 is covered, and we don't make $1, but we get to go play in the UK, we definitely discuss it for sure. Yeah, Natalie, I'm feeling that for North Carolina for sure. I know a lot of people out there, and a lot of our fans are there. Justin, in order to see all comments, you have to sort it out of top. I think that's what it is, and put towards whatever the other thing is called. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm seeing the comments, Mike. You have to sort it out of top. Yeah, I'm only seeing top here. Excuse my thumb. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here we go. All messages. Yeah, I don't think I missed anyone's. I don't think I missed anyone's comments. You need to pack a couple in your cases. Save on the seat tickets. Yeah. You should. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. All right. So we've got a bowl of cabbage cut. If you missed the salad, all I smell is red onion right now. We got this. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's packed. You can't see it. But yeah, I kind of like this. I'm glad I finally put our YouTube. I've always had YouTube on my phone. But I kind of kept YouTube off of my phone to set up a little boundary for myself, because I know I would be obsessively doing the comments, and I saved that just for my laptop. I'm still that way with Discord. I don't think I'll be putting Discord on my phone. Just, I'm trying to be present in my life when I need to be, and present for my family. And if I'm constantly on my phone, which in this day, I kind of already am, because I'm for my job and stuff. So I'm trying to limit as many distractions as possible. On cabbage. I mean, Carnage. Putting my face on Carnage from Spider-Man would be pretty cool. Bad Vibes was my first song. I haven't heard them all yet. But I Like Pain is my best friend as well. Bad Vibes is still my favorite to pull me out of a dark place. Oh, beautiful. Love that. How fresh does your salad stay by day 5? It's fine. As long as the produce that I put in it was, I do all my grocery shopping on Fridays, and then I make everything on Sunday. Usually by Friday, I'm at the bottom of the barrel with it. And if anything's a little wilted, I'll throw it away. But generally, it's only the cucumbers because, you know, they get super soggy after a while. But as long as everything was fresh, here's another good component. I don't put the dressing or anything in there. I just keep the salad, and then I'll serve myself the plate, and then I'll do the dressing and stuff on top. Because if I put the dressing in there, you know, that thing's gonna be disgusting by tomorrow. So yeah, it also depends what you put in there. The tomatoes stay pretty well. The microgreens stay pretty well. Lettuce stays pretty good. But if it's like arugula or like spinach or something, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's not gonna turn out too well. I have this whole bag of scallions that I need to use. But I also have these beautiful, I sound like a food guy now. I have these beautiful peppers. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I think I'll just clean them and cut them up, and then I'll figure out something to do. Yeah, the orchestra. I like the orchestral version of Bad Vibes even better. And Nat, I don't know if you saw, but the song "My Mind Is a Prison," we have an orchestral version of it coming out on Friday, and then next month we'll have a brand new song coming out. And then April will be 1 year old, and then in May we'll have another new song. And then I don't know after that. We'll see what's after that. I feel like I don't know, Mike, if you're still in here. We're gonna have enough stuff for an EP, and I know it for an album. But I know in like this day and age, albums really don't mean much. But I do really like the idea of boxing together like a bunch of songs and saying, okay, this is an album. And then this era of Saints in Exile is over. Now here's the new era of Saints in Exile. And then working towards building whatever that second album would be. No, I can't see it, man. Because no Discord on the phone. I'll try to stop in later and take a look. Sundays are busy for me because I'm usually cooking for like 5 hours, 4 hours, and then, you know, doing some family time stuff, but just preparing my whole week. And that's important. That's important stuff to me. And if you're a young person watching this, it might not seem important to you now, but when you're an old guy like us, any time that you have to spare to just be with people you love is super important. And it's good for them as well, because I know growing up, my dad worked a lot, not through any fault of his own, because he provided for us. Great dad. I'm not out to say anything bad about him, but he worked a lot. So I would always be super, super excited when we got to do anything. Sometimes he would work 6 or 7 days a week. So whenever I got to hang out with my dad, I was super excited about it. So I want my kids to, you know, feel the same way, like, you know, be excited about hanging out with their parents before we're old people, really old people. But also, you know, just having like those memories and not like, oh, my dad was too busy working to hang out with us, which is also, you know, why I keep Discord and stuff off my phone. Why are we writing 6'7"? Oh, I'm saying I'm old, like 67. My parents aren't even 67, so they'll have to let me know what that's like. I'm so glad that my son still does surprise drop in. Yeah. Oh, I did say 6'7"? I don't... Oh, 6-7 days a week. I did say it. You got me. You got me. Yeah, Nat, that's great that your son stops in and visits you. That's important. My mother used to live about 7 minutes away from me. Not 6, 7 minutes away, but 7 minutes away. And when my daughter was first born, it was very helpful having a parent near you when you have a baby for the first time. So she was always 7 minutes away to help, or I could drop her off, or they can come to my house really quick. Now they live an hour away. It's not so easy. Who's all right, let's see who's in here. Why is it not showing me who else is in this chat? There's 7 people watching right now. I could see that. All right, well, it's not telling me who's in here. All right, does anyone want to know anything? Music, life, food, baseball. These are things that I know about. I don't know if I want to cut these yet. I don't know. Yap about Byler. Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna yap about Byler. I don't want to waste these. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Oh, that was all seeds. Not great. Definitely not great. I'm the surprise dropping gift from my parents. They're in their 60s. My dad thinks it's annoying, but my mom loves it. No, parents do have the best snacks. And you see me eating all this healthy stuff here. Every time I go to my parents' house, it's like over. Gummies, chips. I don't drink soda, ever. At home. Like juice, none of that stuff. Go to my parents' house, they got all the juice, they got all the soda, they got all the gummies, they got all the chips. Man, it's bad. It's bad. I can be doing so well. Get there and game over. But both my parents like it when we go over. I'd imagine I'd enjoy my kids stopping by to see me when they're older, unless they're like constantly showing up, be like, yo, give me money. That'll be annoying. Do you like Magic the Gathering? Never played it, but I am old enough to remember when it first came out, and people used to play it. Can you stuff a pepper with a pepper? These are the questions that I'm trying to think of. What if you just made like this super long pepper? All right, well, pretend I didn't do that and ask that question. You should give me money. I don't have. If I had money, there's definitely people I would give it to. All right, I don't want to say that. If I had money, because it's not like I'm poor and living on the street and whatever. There are people who legitimately don't have money. I have enough money for my family to be provided for, and for us to live in a home and feel safe. But there are people who don't, and that sucks. And if I had more money, I'd love to help some of those people. Someone take this out of context. My parents raised 13 kids. Holy crap. Home cooking is the best. Your mom, and I'm speaking like in general, moms, no one will ever touch your mom's cooking. Like whatever it is, whatever they make the best, you can have Gordon Ramsay make it and be like, I don't think it's as good as my mom's. And your mom is using like $5 ingredients on a 40-year-old, you know, pot or pan or something like that. And that's how it is, because you have that, just like cartoons and movies and toys and stuff are super nostalgic for us growing up. I think it's the same with food. The smells and the taste of things that we had when we were kids. 13 kids is wild. My grandfather was one of, I want to say he was one of 13. And I think how the story goes is his mother had 4 kids, his father had 5 kids, and then they got married and they had 4 more kids. Those were different times. What else? What else I gotta do? I have, oh, I thought I saw an ant. So I have the big thing that I'm going to be cooking, and I'm probably not going to do this on stream. I'm going to wait for my wife because she wanted to have a say in it. Is I've got a pork loin split in 2, and we'll probably throw that in the Instapot and make some kind of like shredded pork or spicy shredded pork or something like that. So that would be cool. Oh, I'm trying to think of like something else I can do on here while you guys are here. So I'm not like necessarily cooking per se like I was the other day, although I do need to have lunch. But here's some things that are very good for you. Where did they go? All right. I'm missing something. I can't find it. Come on. All right, so chia seeds, hemp hearts, both of these things are extremely good for you. Especially the chia seeds. If you have a lot of like clogged arteries and different stuff like that, chia seeds basically just cleans out all the bad stuff, because they go, when you eat them, they turn into like this gel and expand, and they just flush all the bad stuff out. I'm looking for something and I can't find it, so you guys are gonna take a little trip with me. But I'm coming up on like an hour here, so if anyone has anything specific they want to talk about, I'm probably gonna jump off in a few minutes. I'm just looking in my pantry, and it looks like I'm looking inside the phone, but I had something and I can't find it, and I'm not particularly excited about it. Oh, you want to hear my creaky knees? So when I stand up, you're gonna hear an awful sound, and that's gonna be the sound of my knee. Ready? Oh, did you hear that? That's awful. Oh, come on. All right, well, I can't find it. Lasagna is my mom's signature dish. 8 of my siblings are adopted, and none of us can make the lasagna as good as my mom's. And you never will. even if she teaches you how, you'll never be able to do it. It's just the mom thing, or a dad thing. I'm sure there'll be things that I make, because I cook all the time, that my kids will get older and they'll just be like, well, doesn't taste as good as dad, sorry. All right, I can't find what I'm looking for. Justin, I need your help. Good day. I'm about to go enjoy the sunshine. Hey, have a great day, Natalie. Thanks for stopping by. What do you need help with, Mr. Alien? me and Lizzie and cooking up a story, and you should totes name one of our characters. Okay. Give me some deets. What are the details? What do you need for the character? I will play along. Wait, these things are so... They're interesting looking. Take a look. See it? Oh, so what I do with these is I sprinkle them on top of my salad that I eat every day. Just adds more fiber and nutrients and all the stuff that's good for you. I need ideas. I don't know. We started last night. Okay. I don't know where I'm sure it's on Discord, but you know I'm never going to be able to find it. So next time you see me on, oh crap! I just opened the bag and they spilled out. Next time I'm on Discord, like tag me in it or something, or forward it to me so I can check it out, and then I'll read it and I'll help you. Yo, chia seeds look like, I don't know, like baby ants or baby ant eggs. Not the most appetizing thing. Looks like about to put bugs or soil in my food. All right, well, as I'm wrapping up, is there anything anyone wants to know, wants me to talk about real quick? I am excited that we have a remix dropping on Friday. I am super excited for you guys to hear our song Need an Escape that's coming out next month. Mike did an excellent job with that. Other than that, I don't know. What else? What's going on? There's only 4 of you left, so I don't think I'm really speaking to anybody here. This song is so good. Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way. Oh man, I need to shave. I'm a bit disheveled. Okay, well, then I guess I will catch you all later. Appreciate you being in here. Gay Alien, much love to you. As always, you are the best. Your support is incredible. And yeah, I'm bald. But no, you're a real cool person. So glad you've been hanging out with us on Discord and on YouTube. I know Natalie's gone. Natalie's a day one. Natalie is in the top 10 Hall of Fame because she's been here since the very beginning. Karen, I don't know if you're still in here, but it was great speaking to you, and I look forward to you putting out some stuff. Yeah, but that's it. Oh, Mike was in here too. But it's just Mike. Have fun with the rest of your meal prep. I could recommend stuffed peppers. Oh, so okay, last thing. So if you look at the last live that's posted on our page, it's me.